Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my daily cleaning routine, and I'm going to show you guys what I clean every day or almost every day, and I'll kind of tell you guys throughout the video if there's something that I don't clean necessarily every single day but multiple times of the week. And I figured out that if I do these main things every single day, it kind of keeps my house more tidy, so that way I don't have a ton of cleaning to do at one time. Now, if I go a few days without doing this, then it ends up being a complete mess, and that's usually when I have to do my whole house clean with me videos, because I have been slacking on my daily routine. So I know in the last whole house clean with me, I had not been doing my cleaning routine because it was a crazy last few weeks before that. So I definitely needed to clean all of my house at one time. But like I said, if I do these things daily, then it usually keeps me up to date with my cleaning, and I don't have to clean a ton of stuff on one day of the week. So I hope this is helpful. And if you love these types of videos, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and we'll go ahead and get into my daily cleaning routine. Right after I get back from taking the kids to school, I usually do my quiet time, and then this is when I start my cleaning routine. And the first thing that I do almost daily, I try to do this every single day, but I am not perfect, and there are definitely days where I go without making my bed. But I try to go in there and make up my bed. I put up my pajamas and get my room kind of picked up. I have noticed that on the days that I do actually pick up my room and make up my bed, I feel like I'm a lot more productive and get a lot of things done. Also, this little gadget right here is called the Hurricane Pet Fur Wizard. I have it linked to my Amazon store. I get asked about this often. I bought these things about a year ago. It comes with a bigger one and a smaller one, and I bought it about a year ago, and I've been loving it ever since. Next, I move into the master bathroom, and here I'm just going to pick up and get the counters cleaned off and just make it look presentable. I don't do an actual deep clean in here every single day. I usually do that about once a week. Next, I like to vacuum the floor in our master bathroom, and I do this every 2 or 3 days just because Cooper doesn't come in here a ton, but we track in his hair from our feet, and he has dark brown hair and the floors are white, so it shows up really bad. But our rugs were actually being washed this day, so that's why they're not on the floor. Next, I move on to the living room, and in here I just tidy up every day and put the blankets and pillows back, and I also change the kids out of their pajamas into their school clothes down here, so I'll fold those back up, and either I'll take them upstairs right then, or I'll put them in the basket that we use for toys and take them up later in the day. Then I move on to the breakfast and kitchen area, and I'm just using an e-cloth to wipe down the kitchen table from breakfast, and then I'll pick up any dishes or anything that needs to be picked up and try to kind of clear the counters off. Then most days I will run our dishwasher at night unless for some reason it's not full or I have forgotten to do it. So I'll unload the dishwasher in the mornings and then reload it and wash any dishes that need to be washed by hand.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
kitchen in the mornings is wash the inside of my sink out. I like to do this anytime I get the dishes cleaned out of my sink, period, just because it is a white sink and so it will stain pretty easily. And I just use the Mrs. Meyer's dish soap to do this, and this one is in the apple cider scent. And then after I eat lunch, I usually try to fold a load of laundry. I start a show most of the time while I'm eating lunch, and then I'll try to finish the show while I fold a load because most days we have laundry to fold. And if for some reason I just am too busy that day and don't get to fold a load of laundry, then I'll just put it off for the next day, or if I have time, I'll do it that night before we go to bed.
Beyond gravel, beyond scale the world in half.
Now it is dinner time, and this is when the real mess happens. And so my kids have been starting to help me with chores, and I'm loving it. If you'd like to see a video on how we're doing chores and the points and all that, then definitely let me know. But my kids always pick up their own food, and then I will start cleaning the kitchen while they're eating their dessert, and then they will actually help me clean as well. The first thing that I do is start cleaning up the counters, putting up any leftovers, and then I'll put dishes and things like that in the sink and start loading the dishwasher or wash any dishes that need to be washed by hand.
Here we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond
Next, I move on to cleaning the stove and the countertops, and I'm just using the Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface spray to clean off the stove. And then I'm using the Method Daily Steel Cleaner, or Steel for Real Cleaner, to clean off the appliances, any appliances that actually need to be cleaned, because I don't clean all of the appliances every single day, but this time this needed to be cleaned off. And then I'll put the stove tops back on and start on the countertops. And yes, that was Gracie June's hand. They were watching me clean right now because they were waiting for them to have to do their jobs, but usually they're doing this while I'm cleaning. But because I wanted to film them, they are patiently waiting on me to get done with my part. And now I'm going to use the Method Daily Granite Cleaner to clean off the countertops. Now I'm going to put up all the dishes that I washed by hand, and I don't do this every single night, but on the nights that I'm wanting to clean off the countertop, then I will go ahead and put them up. If I don't put them up, then I save it for the next morning. Now I'm using the Method Daily Wood Cleaner, and I love this stuff. This is my absolute favorite, and I'm going to clean off the countertops. And this is another thing that I don't do necessarily every single day, but I try to do this every 2 or 3 days just to keep the counters looking nice and fresh. Now we're moving on to some of the things that the kids have to do to help me out, and the first thing is they have to pick up their shoes, because I don't know about your kids, but mine just throw their shoes wherever they take them off. But we have this rack out in the garage, so they go put their shoes out there, and then they are going to start cleaning off the table. The kids have been taking turns each night on who does what, and tonight Kason's job was to wipe down the table. So he's going to spray it down with the Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface spray, and this is in the honeysuckle scent, and he's going to wipe it down with a rag. And a lot of times I will go back behind them just to make sure that it's nice and clean, but this is awesome because it's getting them used to doing chores and learning how to actually clean. And then tonight, Gracie June was responsible for vacuuming, so Kayson's moving the chairs out of the way. Gracie June is still learning how to use the vacuum, so I think she's doing a pretty good job. She's learning how to maneuver it, especially for it being almost as big as her. But I love that the kids are getting involved in all the chores, especially at night. It helps me out a lot. And now that Gracie June is done vacuuming the breakfast area, Kayson is going to set the table. And Gracie June tried to vacuum other places in the house, but I decided to go ahead and vacuum the kitchen for her because she was having a hard time. But Kayson usually does a really good job vacuuming the whole downstairs. He'll take it around in the living room and in the dining area, in the kitchen, everything. So on the nights that Gracie June does the vacuuming, I do help her out a little bit. And the last thing that I'll do for the night is empty the vacuum and hang it back up, and then we will start all over again tomorrow. Alright guys, so that is it for my daily cleaning routine. I hope that you enjoyed it and got some ideas on things that you can be cleaning daily to keep your house in order. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and go follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!